Hello everyone, Mark here with Mark's Max Muscle, and do not worry, this is not the wrong video. I know this is a picture of Dorian Yates and Kevin Levrone. They actually battled for first and second place at the 1995 Mr.Olympia event, but there were two other dudes there that night that had their own little battle for fourth and third place. Of course, the competition was so tight back then that they could have easily been battling for first and second, or second and third. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, Nasser placed third. He got the third place position, and poor little Shawn Ray was stuck with the fourth place position. But I'm going to give my opinion on this and lay it out all on the line here between Nasser and Shawn Ray. And we're going to, of course, begin with a front relaxed position. The first thing I notice, it's obvious, Nasser El Sonbaty is a monster compared to Shawn Ray. He has several, probably 3 or 4 inches on Ray, and I don't know how many pounds, but Nasser was close to that 300-pound mark. Shawn Ray was just over 200, so you got to think this is a different creature altogether. But when you look at the waistlines of these two, compared with the leg size, you have to consider that. The almighty proportions. Shawn Ray's legs are able to match almost size with Nasser's, and you have to take into consideration the upper body of Nasser is 4 or 5 times the size of Shawn Ray's, so the proportions are a little bit better in the favor of Ray. But I mean, my soul, look at that colossus of Nasser, or that is Nasser El Sonbaty. Close here in the front relaxed position. I don't feel that it warrants a point either way. Here in the front double bicep, however, we're going to have to start handing out points in the mandatory shots. I'm going to actually go with Shawn Ray on this one. Yes, Nasser is a big giant beast, for sure. Look at the size of the lats and the vascularity. First of all, though, I do not like the way he is snapping the shot. And second of all, if you pan back and take an overview, the size of Shawn Ray's arms are bigger than Nasser's in proportion with the rest of his body. Of course, Nasser's guns are larger than Shawn's, but look at the tiny waist on Shawn. What a piece of artwork. That, coupled with the legs, creates much more flow than is possessed by Nasser. But kudos to both men. This is a winning shot from both men. Before I make a decision on this front lat spread, I forgot to mention this was a fan-requested comparison. I would lose my head if it weren't so darned attractive. I'm just kidding. Either way, thank you, Charles Discourtour, or however you pronounce that name. I am leaning toward the big man in this one, Nasser El Sonbaty. I believe these two front lat spreads are right on par with each other. They're very equal. I like the chest and the abs a little bit better for Nasser, but the legs might be a little bit better for Shawn Ray. So, like I said, it's a toss-up. But, of course, when everything's equal, bigger is always better, and Nasser's always going to be bigger than little Shawn Ray. Either way, Nasser picks up a vital point here in the first of the two side shots, and quite frankly, it looks like Shawn Ray will be in trouble in both cases. He's doing a decent job of holding his own in that arm size department, the triceps and biceps, but you look at the delts, you look at the chest, everything, the display here, the abs, the hard, grainy nature of Nasser El Sonbaty. What a beast! In my opinion, he is dominating Shawn Ray in this side chest pose. Here in the side tricep, it is even worse domination. Nasser packing a great big thick lobster claw of a tricep. Not only that, but much more striated than that of Shawn Ray's. And look at the delt muscle there. Just dwarfing poor little Shawn. And if you thought I was doing the sizes incorrectly, look at this. This is not a live comparison, but you know what I mean. It's not both on stage at the same time. Nasser is a big 300-pound beast. Shawn Ray wouldn't even be 220. Come on. Nasser, way too much for Shawn Ray in the side shots, but you can plainly see here that Shawn Ray has every right to stand next to this big Nasser because he is the one that has a total advantage here in the back shots on conditioning alone. Shawn Ray is easily defeating Nasser from behind. Look at the big squishy, soft badonk o-donk, that badonkadonk that Nasser El Sonbaty has. That's a big bum, a badonkadonk, a big bum. Soft and squishy in comparison to Shawn Ray's. Very striated. Now, I've seen Ray look more striated in the glute department, but this is not a bad version, but not the best. Still enough to beat this version of Nasser from behind. Nasser looked good in 96 in the rear lat spread, I will say. But here in 95, the muscle separation in the back, wishy-washy as well. The back muscles, Shawn Ray's muscles themselves look more substantial. There's more substance than that of Nasser's. Rear double bicep, again, in my opinion, Shawn Ray will walk away with the win in this, with not much trouble at all. You can see the back size, the muscle size is very similar in the lats, like the actual lat size, and of course packed on a very smaller, much smaller frame. Shawn Ray is much more effective in this shot. Now take a look at this one here. It's plain to see a much clearer picture. The conditioning of Shawn Ray's glutes. Nasser has no business even standing up there in this condition. Of course, he had a hard time to get his lower back and glutes as striated as the other gentlemen on the stage. Look at the muscles there in Shawn Ray's lower lat insertions. Just dominating in this shot. So Nasser, domination from the side. Shawn Ray, domination from behind. Each one has a point in each front shot, the front double bi and the front lat. So this is a very close competition. 2 more shots, and we're going to begin with this, the ab and thigh shot. And if any one of these gentlemen had an advantage in this one, it would be Shawn Ray. He has the more aesthetic set of abs, that tiny waistline, and look at the V-taper. Stuff of legends. Not to mention, this whole competition, I've noticed he did have the advantage in the quad, the lag development. Look at the striations, the feathering in his quads. I would say Shawn Ray is taking an easy point here in this one. Of course, if the ab and thigh was built for Shawn Ray, this most muscular, I don't think there is a caricature in the history of bodybuilding that was designed better for this shot, the most muscular. In particular, this hands clasped variety. He looks like a big cargo box, this Nasser El Sonbaty, a big giant square, unstoppable juggernaut. Look at the delt difference. Shawn Ray's delts are minute in comparison. Not even close. Here in the crab most muscular, and Shawn maybe even in worse trouble. Looks good in the leg department though, food for thought. But that upper body, Nasser El Sonbaty, as dominant in this pose as Shawn Ray was in the ab and thigh. What an even matchup. Hard one to judge. No matter who is judging this one, it had to be close, whether you're a fan of either man or a hater of both gentlemen. So on my score sheet, it is an exact tie. But at the end of the day, I am giving the victory to this man, Shawn Ray. I believe that he was the one that should have placed third, or at least third. I'm not getting into the whole Dorian and Kevin Levrone at this time, but I believe that he should have defeated Nasser El Sonbaty. Now, why? I just watched the routines on YouTube. Go ahead and watch them yourself. And it's obvious. If you place any emphasis on their routines at all, Nasser's was one of the worst I've ever seen. And Shawn Ray's was usual Shawn Ray style, a 10+ routine. Awesome, like a dancer almost, a muscular dancer. All Nasser did was literally, honestly, watch it, and if you don't believe me, he walked back and forth. Just walked back and forth, hitting most musculars. That's all he did. He probably made his routine up a couple of seconds before he walked out on stage. But no disrespect meant to Nasser. But it is the truth. Shawn Ray wins on the routine alone. Hope you enjoyed this video comparison, ladies and gentlemen. If you did, go ahead and hit a thumbs up, and it wouldn't hurt a thing. Doesn't cost you a dime either to snap that subscribe button. I notice my sub level is increasing every day. Might as well bump it up another one. Have a great day, guys.